Welcome to our little piece of paradise here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Smoky Mountains. Well, today it's foggy. The fog's just starting to lift. We had a pretty good rain yesterday, so it's a little muddy and a little nasty outside. So we want to take the opportunity today to make a new target. I've been seeing this target at different places and didn't know how to make it, so I decided to just come up with my own plan there and see what works out. So what we got is this right here. Can you see that? There we go. That's a little better. So this target, let's start with this part right here. This is, the barricade, and this represents a window right here. And there's going to be 4 targets that'll pass in front of this window right here and disappear. And there'll be like a shoot, no shoot, and a shoot, and a no shoot. Or we might mix it up differently. But here was my idea. This is the frame. There's a target here, and there's a target on this side, and a target on this side, and a target here, which is the 4. And that'll spin. I figure use a weight on a pulley wrapped around a spool or something right here, so when you hit the trigger, the weight will pull it around and spin it. And of course I'll be able to staple my targets to it, take them on and off, and just have like a small platform to hold it up with. So I guess we're going to try to make this work out. We may have to make it 2 or 3 times to get it to work out, but we're going to try it. So I guess, hold on. As you know, here we like to, let's say, repurpose stuff. So I got some scrap metal. I'm going to go dig in the pile and see what I come up with. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Here's what we got. Before I get started, let me tell you a little bit. This is my boy's channel. He started this channel to share some of the adventures that we have here, and we have quite a few. One of the adventures we have is we like shooting. Our grandkids like shooting. We got 11 grandkids that live around us here. They're all within walking distance of Paul and Granny's house. If you like the channel, or if you find it educational, hilarious, entertaining, like and share for him, please. So the first thing we found was some angle iron. I know I can use that. I got more of it. This is just a short piece that I brought up here. It's 1.5 inches by 3/16. Also found some 1.5 inch square tubing, 1/8 inch wall. It's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna make the foundation part of it. This part right here, out of the 1.5 inch square tubing. And what else I found was an old rack. This rack was used in a dye house to store rolls of cloth on, and guy was going to get rid of it, and I seen all this 1 inch square tubing in. I said, well, I could cut all that out and use that. So we cut it out, and this is what we're going to use for it, and that will be used for this part right here. That's what's going to hold my targets. And I was trying to figure out how I could get a burn or something to use to spin the whole thing with. Well, what I've come up with is a hub off of a 4-wheeler. This is one of them old cheap 4-wheelers, one of them old Chinese 4-wheelers. You buy them, they run 1 year and you can't get them cranked the next year. Anyway, this is what we're going to use, so I'll weld this down to the frame. This part right here, I'll clean it up and grind it all flat and everything. Weld that to the frame. And of course, my cable or rope or whatever I use to spin it with will be hooked to this and turn the whole target. I think that'll work. It depends on how low or how tall my stand is that I mount this on. Whether I'm gonna have room enough for the weight to drop or not. I may have to use like a bungee cord hooked to it and tighten it up, and whenever it hit the trigger, it'll spin it. I don't know yet. We gotta figure that part out. So next, I guess it's doing a little cutting, doing a little welding, and see how it goes. So join me down here at the grinder. We'll do some grinding and cutting and doing a little welding. Okay, this is the design that I got so far. These got 45 on the end, so they'll be 45 out like this right here. Just like that right there. And these will be welded onto those like that right there. These will be welded onto the end, and I can screw my 1x2s. I'll have like 3 holes in it, and I screw my 1x2 here. They'll stick up above this, and that'll hold my paper targets. So let's get to doing a little bit of welding. So let's get, well, before we start, this is one of them old cheap Harbor Freight helmets. It's a Vulcan, Arc Safe. That thing's got one of the most comfortable headbands in I've had on. That thing is just comfortable. I don't know how durable it is, but it's comfortable. First, we're going to weld our 45 pieces up. Get them tacked. these to the right length, but these will fit in here, and we'll be able to staple our targets to it right there. This will be up on an angle, kind of like that right there. And we'll spin like that, present a new target. Like that, and present a new target. Well, it'll go all the way around. So there we go. Let me get some more metal and we'll continue this. Okay, now I got both pieces made. I'm going to mount them onto the hub here. So I'm going to mount them like this right here. And let me turn it so I can get the wheel studs out in case I need to. I can take the whole thing off. I need to replace the burns, or if I need to replace this hub if it don't make it, I'll have to make one. So let's measure it. Let's see where. Should be around 8. Just a little bit more. Now we need to go sideways here. Pull it. Move it over a little bit. Okay. Okay, that should be in the center. Let's weld that. So that'll work kind of like this. There'll be like a window here. Targets will come in front of it. That right there. So let's get the other piece on, that way we'll have 4 targets. Okay, see, there'll be a target here, and then it'll spin around. There'll be another shoot. Well, take this off. target here, another target, another target, another target. I mean, it'll be turned up on the angle, so I don't want this to be below the line of fire. So just finish welding it up. Alright, now it's time to start on the stand.
Hello everybody, I'm Dustin. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's the first one my dad's filmed. I hope you enjoy it. That is a super fancy target. And so that was part one. Part two will be coming up here shortly. He's going to finish a little bit on it, do the triggering system. Might even drop him off a can of paint. But we're going to help him build the wall on it. And maybe a little practical shooting. If you got a specific gun you want to see us shoot with, that'd be good. My personal favorite is my CZ75 that I use, and Dad's got his Staccato XL. It's like things like butter in your hand, man. I love it. But if you got a preference, if you want to see some M422s or smaller rifles, bigger guns, whatever, let us know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later.